Okay, good to see you got all that stuff up to the goal speeds. So now that you have ascended all 6 strings, playing each string, I was going to say 4 times, playing each note 4 times. Now we're going to do it twice. So I feel this greatly increases the difficulty. So we're going back down to just 1 bar. So even though it's a very small amount, it's a very important amount, very important step. But that being said, stuff that you can do, especially like with any scale shapes you might know, of course you can just make up your own stuff as well, is continue just any shapes that you might know, and it doesn't have to be continuous, but working on stuff like that, you just play it, let's say your own pace is one thing. So you just go between a couple strings, so you make it a bit more musical, more entertaining. Just kind of slowing down when you need to, speeding up when you feel comfortable with it. That's a good thing to do. So right there, I'm just kind of visualizing part of this 3-note per string shape stuff there. So I'll send over some scale diagrams for you, so this way you can kind of visualize some finger-friendly patterns and mess around with that. So, because besides just metronome practice, it is important to just, do stuff. So you've put into work to get up to that 240. So you want to continually playing at least close to that speed on a lot of things. So you can put on like a drum track that's at 240. You can put on just a metronome, whatever you have more fun with, and just continue to do that stuff. So let's say, let me, now that I mention it, I'm going to look for a drum track at 240 and use it for demonstration. Of course, you can also just do 120 and then play 16th notes instead. Let's see what this 240 beat is. I'm just going with the very first one that came up. That just sounds silly. Let me try this. Wait, no. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think we just need a 120 BPM backing track, because I think that's a little bit too crazy for what we're doing right now. All right, this is a simple one. Frogbot Beats. There we go. So, obviously that'd be the 8th notes there. So we need to go. They practice this kind of thing, just do like the couple strings at a time. And just using what we worked on basically as a kind of the blueprints. And see if you can just start at 240 with something like that. So this way you just do like tiny little chunks of notes, little bursts, right? And then eventually do a little bit more. Try warming up like this. So instead of working up to 240, start with it. And then add some more strings. Add some more strings. So yeah, I think that'd be a really good thing to do. So again, you've worked up all 6 strings with that ascending pattern. So now you want to maintain it. Make sure you can just get really comfortable with it. So just kind of summarize that idea. You play along with that track there, or a different speed. It doesn't have to be that. If you need to do it a little bit slower, that's fine. But we want to get you used to playing. It's a lot of U's. Got to get used to playing at those speeds without warming up, really. So we want to get you to the point you can just go. You can just do it, right? So you've got the technique's been worked up. So now you want to play at those speeds more often. So just try, just instead of working up, 60 up in 5s and all that stuff right now, try just playing along with a beat like that, and just do like a couple strings at a time, and then do like 3 strings, and then 4. So just kind of add the amount of strings you're using, and that can be like the warm-up into it. So I want you to get more comfortable playing at those speeds. Okay, I'm just repeating myself here. So give that a try. It'll be really, really good practice. Let's demonstrate this guy. Change a couple things here. Okay. So yeah, just back and forth a couple times. 2 pick strokes per notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was terrible. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So doing a little bit of palm muting on this one really helps me pick it better. So that's something to try. I'm going to jump to this one next. We'll do the hammer-on pull-off stuff last, even though it's labeled number 2. Anyway, so yes, just taking the same stuff that you have been doing and just adding one more bar. So we have the ring finger being used, middle finger being used, ring finger being used again, and then middle finger. So just moving that pattern back and forth there. Nice neoclassical harmonic minor sounding riff. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, time to play along with this guy. Make some changes here. Okay, so same deal. Just working down in key. Same rhythmic pattern. So yeah, it's all on the D string now. So you might notice the D string, and then we get to the A and the E string. It just gets a bit more challenging. I think everybody, well, or at least most people, we find it more difficult to do the hammer-ons and pull-offs well on the lower strings. Just the stretching and making sure things are sounding right and muting and all that stuff. It does get more challenging. So, here we go. Number 2. D string only. Let's start at the 50% speed to demo. Yeah, especially at the end there, that big old stretch and making sure things come out well. It's quite challenging. Now let's go to 80% speed next. Okay, 100% speed. We go. All right. So yeah, next. Good Lord. Next week is the week I am out of town, and I will be leaving this weekend. So you still send stuff over whenever you got it complete. Totally fine and encouraged. So definitely do that, and then I'll check things out as soon as I get back. Let's see. So yeah, the next due dates for lessons will be my throat ain't right in the morning sometimes, I swear. Sorry. Lord. Yeah, next due date for material will be July 2nd, but I'm sure you'll have things turned in before then. But yeah, that'll be the latest I send over new material, but most likely I'll be sending it over at least a day early. Yeah, I think that about does it. So, any questions come up, let me know, and I'll see you again in your new videos.